Hi, welcome. It's time for In Good I Trust. I am Susan B Lochocki. I'm a presidential candidate, an artist, and a mother, as you see here. And I am coming to you from my kitchen. Welcome. Yeah. So in the past, I've had coffees with me and waters with me, and I still will probably have some of those. But I've decided to start this new series called In Good I Trust, because in good I do trust. And perhaps we should all trust good. So for me, I decided to start this because there's a lot of hate and bad going around, and it's time to counteract that. So one thing that's where you can find out a lot about the bad is from the news media. So the news media uses bad stories out there to get your attention, to get you to buy their product, so that you know all the bad things that are going on. And they hardly ever talk about good. So it's really time to turn the tables. And one of the good things I want to point out about the world of today is we have this modern technology where we can reach people with good stories. And we can reach people directly. There's no middleman. So I'm making news by making this video, and you're witnessing the news, and it's the truth. There's no middleman. Now, you may or may not agree with my opinion, and I should say that although it's news, this is my opinion. Whereas if you go through like a CNN or a Fox News or MSNBC, you get an editor's opinion, you get a writer or a reporter's opinion. Yeah. So this is my opinion. And if you're watching it, I guess you're interested in the concept of talking about good. So I will try to present stories of good, and we'll start there. So first off, I'm a mom, and this video is actually good for kids as well as parents. And I often resort to reading children's books because a lot of the children's books have really good stories in them, and they tell the story, the thing you want to explain, in a simplistic way where everybody can understand. So, you can invite your children to watch along with you, or you can just sit back, enjoy. And some of you know, I have dyslexia, so I don't read always perfectly, but I do my best. And if you want to hear a story read by somebody who does not have dyslexia, on my Facebook page, and I think on Instagram and Twitter, I released a recording of Eleanor Roosevelt reading the human rights, the UN Declaration of Human Rights that came out over 70 years ago. She reads it perfectly, I'm pretty sure without mistake, and that's somebody who doesn't have dyslexia. So anyways, you can hear the difference when you listen to her and me read. Anyway, so that's where we are. The story I'm going to read to you today is, because I want to start off on a good foot, is Guess How Much I Love You. So, are you ready? So yes, the book is called Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBraney, illustrated by Anita Drum. So there's the front of the book. Guess how much I love you. Little nut brown hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to big nut brown hare's very long ears. And again, with these stories, you can pause it and read it on your own if you're a child and or a non-native English speaker to learn words and practice. So he wanted to be sure that big nut brown hare was listening. "Guess how much I love you," he said. "Oh, I don't think I could guess that," said big nut brown hare. "This much," said little nut brown hare, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. So that much. Oh, that's a lot of love. Big nut brown hare had even longer arms. "But I love you this much," he said. That's a lot," thought little nut brown hare. That's a lot of love. "I love you as high as I can reach," said little nut brown hare. "I love you as high as I can reach," said big nut brown hare. That is quite high, thought little nut brown hare. I wish I had arms like that. Yep, that's a lot. Oh, we might get cut off. You know what, let me pause and see if I can save some space.